Hi everyone, John here. Welcome along to another video. I've had a request from Michael. Michael is one of my patrons. Thanks so much for supporting me, Michael. He wanted to understand a bit of Albert Collins playing from Cold Cold Feeling. This is a video which I found on YouTube in 1981. And I thought what we'd do is have a look at the intro section. I'll play Albert's lick and then I'll repeat it. And then at the end, we'll talk about some things about Albert Collins. He did use a very strange tuning, and I'm using normal guitar tuning. So I've tried to get these licks, I've tried to transcribe them as accurately as I can. So let's have a look. So this one is a cool one. We're in C here, so C minor pentatonic, and you're using your fingers. That's the most important thing. So here's the first note. So what we're doing here is we're snapping the strings. So you're going from that 8 to 11, and then 8 here on the B. 11 back here on the B, but then we're going to go back to this C note. Instead of playing it here, we're playing it on 13th fret. Now what we do here is the guitar goes back into feedback in Albert's version. And then you're going to press up or bend up on this 11th fret. And you're going to do that twice. So you're bending that 11th fret, let down, and back up again and kill it with your right hand. So you have that. Let me do that again for you. Okay, so this lick, what we're going to do here, we're starting on this C note on the 13th fret, 11 on the high E, this 13 on high E, and then quickly cut, and then let, and then after that you're going to pull off 13 to 11, and then 12 after 10. We have this phrase. Okay, this phrase. On the G, let down, and 8 on the D, then down the blues scale. And then finish on the C note. Then Albert finished with this, which is just this 8 here on the G, and a quick pull off from 10 to 8 on the D. Kind of a variation on the last one. You're starting on the 8th fret on the G, and then pull off 10 to 8 on the D. 8, and then you're going to slide back, don't pick it, and you can fall off like, and then you come back to that 10th fret, and then that little, so this is a cool one. What we're doing here is quite simple. Let down but play 11 on the high E, so you're not letting down to, and then fret on the B, which is the C note. And 3 and 4 and. And then, yeah, on the end of 4. And then what, similar to when we did this. So this B, pull off 12 to 10, slide. That's really nice and bluesy. And then we have, now this one is, might feel a bit uncomfortable if you're not used to these 3 fingers per string. It's 10, hammer up to 11, pull 11 off to 10, pull 10 off to 8, and then finish on that C note. Try and pop it there. So. Alright, so this one kind of just extends on the last one. We've still got that same technique. And you're going to do that. And on the last time, so the last time, that note, go back to 8 on the G, pull off 10. Back to 10 on the D, pull off to 8. That same move before, where we do that, so. It's really worth learning because it's a cool one. So you're in shape 5 of C minor. And you're just going up here, 6, 8, into, again, that major third, that E note. And then kill it with your... Okay, so this one is a cool one, bit of a quirky one. So going over the 5 chord. So you bend that 10th fret up, let down, pull off. On that 7th of the C. 12 to 10 on the G, and then we have this lick here. So you're bending up this 10th fret, let it down to the 10th fret on the G. And then we have 10 to 8. And then you do this little move where you're sliding back to that note, which is the 6. That's in the major pentatonic. This one starts in shape 1. You're hammering on 8 to 11 and then slide up to 13 and then back to 11 to 13. Sorry. And then again. And then we do that move. There's a lot, he does that a lot in his playing, doesn't he? These ideas. 11. This one is a cool one. So bending up the 13 again, position 2. So bending up that twice, that 13. Then 11, back to that root note of the C on the 13 and the B. 11, 13, 11. And then finally that lick again. There we are. So there's the intro. So I think, you know, first of all with Albert Collins, I think he tuned his guitar to F minor. And he had the capo on there in that performance, didn't he? So as I said, I tried to keep it in standard tuning and just transcribe it as best I can. Some of the notes, of course, because he's using some open strings with the capo, don't sound exactly right, but anyway, it's the best I could get it. But with Albert's style, you know, it was quite aggressive, and just make sure, like you saw in the video, you're popping those strings and you're using your fingers first of all. It doesn't sound as good when you use a pick, and it's quite difficult to play some of those fast runs, I find anyway, unless you're used to using your fingers. I don't use my fingers a lot, I use a pick, so some of those fast runs can be a little bit challenging with your fingers. So what I tried to do over the last few days was I played them with a pick, and then I got slowly used to doing it with my fingers. But try and work on one lick at a time to really get the idea of his phrasing, you know. Pop the strings and quite aggressively. This is the equipment I'm using here. This is a Fender Bass Breaker, which is a really cool amp. It's a mix of a Fender Bassman and a Marshall Blues Breaker. And now I can't turn up very loud in my house, so I'm using this Universal Audio aux. This is a fantastic thing. So I've turned it up, the amp up full with a kind of a medium gain setting, and that sounds good. The only thing you can't get, you know, with these attenuation, because the amp is very low, you don't get the feedback, so some of those notes and sustain Albert is getting is because of that, because of the speaker. But anyway, I hope you have some fun with the notes. It's a cool one to work on, so have some fun with that. By the way, it's in C, so hope that helps. All right, thanks Michael, see you again, bye bye.